flex, flex. The livest one in the section. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Come on in, smash the like button. Like the video, share the video, hype the video, whatever it is you do on YouTube. We also live on Rumble. You already know what I'm finna do in about 30 minutes. We're gonna kill this YouTube feed and finish it off on Rumble. You already know. Let's do this roll call because I want to get to this business. Enormous Giant Clothing Company, salute, brother. Rod Neal, my fam, salute. Tay, good morning. HMC, my brother, Mr. Shelton. Joe, what up, Joe? Ace Daddis, Coach Hudson in the building, salute. Chilltown, salute. Vince, over there on Rumble, salute. And on YouTube, salute. Insane, my brother, salute. What's going on? Young Abel in the building. Hey, Sean, what's going on, man? How you feeling? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. Will St. Clair, salute. Yeah, man, my work schedule changed. You know, Steve Elder Max, salute. So if I'm not doing lives, I'm just putting up regular videos. You know, it's just as well. It's just as well. You know what I mean? Shamar, salute. Let's get down to this this business. Y'all remember the Jim Carrey movie, Liar, Liar. Chucky, what up? That's this dude. Catch y'all question. Is Shakur a liar? Let's start there. Is he a liar? Anybody? You know, I mean, Wactive Squad. Is he a liar? You know, all of this lying and shucking and jiving, what it does is it holds up the sport. That's what it does. It holds up the sport. What I'm asking for as a supporter of the sport is, I swear to you, it's not unreasonable. What is unreasonable about me wanting to see the best guys fighting the best guys? What is unreasonable about this? Do you know the arguments that are being had today didn't exist in the 80s? It just didn't exist. This is why that quote unquote golden era that you kids, y'all just see highlights on YouTube and y'all just say, oh, the four kings, you know, was Hearns, Hagler, Ray Leonard, and Duran. It really was five, but I'm not throwing y'all any alley-oops. It really was five, but I'm not gonna give it to y'all. If y'all don't do the homework yourself, I'm not gonna give you the answers. It was really five, but whatever. I want you guys to understand something. I didn't deal with this in the 80s, and I was a kid. But if two fighters' names were mentioned in the same sentence, the fight happened. The only fight that didn't happen that I wish happened was Ray Leonard and Aaron Pryor. And let me just give you a bit of let me give you a little nugget here. That term A side, B side wasn't even used back then. But if you want to apply it, the A side in that situation was clearly Sugar Ray Leonard. And if he wanted that Aaron Pryor fight, the fight would have happened. Aaron wanted it. Sugar Ray Leonard didn't, because he didn't force it. You understand? Dante, salute. Starter Kid, salute. I can't believe all of this conversation today. What I don't, shout out to Turkey, but on the other hand, make these YNs fight for peanuts so we can see how hungry they are. Because these some spoiled brats. Devin is it. You know how I know? He fought for his keep. How many times he fought for B-side money? All the nonsense y'all talk about him and all I see is the work. Hen dog, salute. You said Aaron Pryor's team asked for more bread? You may have. Now watch this. I have to do the research, but was Aaron worth more bread at that time? Now, I don't know what the money was back then. I wasn't immersed into that. I was a kid. I was like, what, 10, 11? I remember asking my uncle, why ain't they fighting? He said, I don't know. All Ray Leonard got to do is make the fight. That I remember. Sam Max, salute. Oh, yeah, that's all I remember. Mm-hmm. Deshaun says Shakur got the type of character that I always stay furthest from, but great fighter though. Well, I say he's a good fighter. I don't want to say he's great because of this. You know, he's not willing to prove anything. All Ken Song, he says, salute Drew Titan, but I have to be honest. There's this channel called Casino for Life. I'm very familiar with Casino. And he showed a video where Aaron Pryor was offered 2 times by Sugar Ray Leonard to fight, but Aaron Pryor declined. And Hen Dog said he changed the price on it. Honestly speaking, I haven't researched it, but I do remember the late, great Kurt Sugar saying it wasn't a duck. So, I mean, like I said, I haven't researched it. I was 10 years old back then. Around that age, I was like, why aren't they fighting? My uncle said, I don't know. You know why they don't know? My pops, my uncles, they weren't immersed into the business part. You know what I mean? So I don't know the facts behind that. I do remember Kurt telling me that it wasn't a duck from Sugar Ray. But it's to my understanding, unless the money was unreasonable, well, apparently it was, because the fight never happened. Did he respect Aaron's star power? Was he offering him peanuts? What was considered a lot of money back then? I mean, the fight never happened. That's my bottom line. Now you would think Sugar Ray's the A side, and he could have just said, "Yo, man, look." He could have said, "Man, look." Oh, okay, Steve L. Could have said, "Man, look, let's just do this." Okay. Steve L says in December 1980, yikes, I was 5. I was younger than that. Leonard's camp offered to pay $500,000 to fight for the WBC welterweight championship, but Pryor rejected the offer, believing it undervalued his worth. The 1982 contract, the two sides eventually reached an agreement for the 1982 showdown. I was 7. However, the fight was ultimately derailed when Leonard suffered a detached retina. Oh, okay. His left eye during the training, forcing him to undergo surgery and temporarily retire. So in 1980, they couldn't get it together. 82, they seemed to have got it together, but then Ray had that eye problem. All right, I'll give him that. Okay. All right. So they were about to get it on, and Ray Leonard had eye problems. I mean, it's Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I'm not going to say he, ducked out of fear, nothing stupid like that. But Aaron Pryor felt he was worth more. Okay. All right. 1982. Based off of what my brother just sent me, they were about to get it on, and Ray had an injury. But he didn't retire then. They didn't revisit it. I know Aaron went on to do other things. And all right, okay. Yeah, all right. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's cool. It's cool in the game. See how simple that was? Now, what the F do we got going on today with this clown right here? Liar, liar. Shaq whore. Liar, liar. Shaq whore. Salute, Bill D. Where are you? See his picture right there on the lower right-hand side? Waiting on you. Waiting on you. I still need to have a conversation with you. Original gentleman. What we got going on with Shakur? I asked y'all, is Shakur a liar? You just give me a yes or no. Town Biz in the business. Salute, man. Salute. Y'all. If y'all don't follow my brother Town Biz, y'all losing, man. My brother said Stevenson changes the story every interview. Said that's the problem. He's been blatantly caught in lies. That's what I'm saying, Town. I'm trying to. I want somebody to come up here and defend this guy. Will St. Clair, the Summer Jam scream is coming. You know it's coming. I want someone, because I want them to defend what I'm about to play. This kid's a liar. T. Hunt, salute. This kid is a liar. So going in, how am I supposed to believe anything he says, or how am I supposed to respect anything? Please explain. How? How does that work? D4, what up? This dude is a liar. I can't take him serious. And another thing I like for us to get in the habit of not doing, sometimes we just say things because it's just the thing to say. For example, everyone says fan, fan, fan. I have a problem with that word fan. Fan is short for fanatic. I'm not a fanatic of anything. I'm not a fanatic of any person. I'm a supporter. I love the sport of boxing. The sport doesn't love me back. And what's happened with boxing is boxing has developed a fan base, fanatics. There is no difference between a Shakur fanatic and a Tank Davis fanatic. All of these clowns are crazy. Y'all are crazy. And the bottom line is, all I want is for these quote unquote best fighters to mix it up. I say, hey man, the talent pool is real big. It's real deep. Now I'm looking at it. It's filled with piss. It's filled with piss. It is filled with piss. The pool is filled with piss. I asked this last night. I'm asking it again. When did Shakur leapfrog Devin in the pound for pound rankings, and who did that? Let me ask you a question, Wactive Squad. Do you agree that Shakur, liar, liar, is ahead of Devin in the pound for pound rankings? Then I'm gonna need you to explain how. Del Riff, salute. I just need you to explain how. How is he ahead of him in the rankings? When did that happen and why? Just explain it. Don't stumble over your words. Don't do any of that. Because I don't get it. We got one. So Dennis Moore says, undefeated champion, understanding distance, mastering the science, pistol-like jab, best defensive fighter since Mayweather retired, exclamation. The greats always get hated on. Shakur, the A side chasing the bag. Dennis, would you like to join the panel? Yes or no? Before I respond to you, would you like to join the panel? Because you, sir, I want to have a conversation with. You said a lot right here, and I'm going to dissect everything you said. Would you like to join the panel? Let me know before I respond to you. Yes or no? So Dennis agrees with Shakur being ahead of Devin Haney in the pound for pound rankings. Would you like to join the panel and have a conversation, Mr. Moore? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, at work. You know what? Okay, fine. So let's address what you said. Serious salute. So let's address what you said. Unbelievable. All right, undefeated champion. So is Devin. So is Devin. All right, understanding distance. So does Devin. Mastering the science. So does Devin. Pistol-like jab. So does Devin. Best defensive fighter since Mayweather retired? I don't know. Is he? Let's talk about that. Best defensive fighter. Okay. You want to talk about his level of competition? You want to do that? Who is his toughest opponent? Dennis, I'm talking to you. Since you're at work, you can't talk, so you can type. Dennis, who is his toughest opponent? I'll wait on you. Dennis, yeah, I know you're a hater, which is why you're hiding at work. But I asked you a question. Who is his toughest opponent? I'm talking about Shakur now. Who's his toughest opponents? And you're saying that I'm hating on Shakur? Yeah, because he's a liar. He's a liar. But we're going to break it down. Dennis, who's his toughest opponent? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Give me a name, dude. Give me a name, dude. Give me a name. I'm asking you a direct question. Who was his toughest opponent? Go ahead to box rack. Young man says his last fighter. Can you give me the name of his last fighter? Can you do that? I asked you. Oh, Jesus Christ. I already know what I'm dealing with. Tay in that super chat, she says salute to the Lieutenant Drew. Salute, Queen. Good morning. Dennis, give me the name of his last fighter. Bob, my brother, salute. He said his last fighter. Give me the name of his last fighter. Because I asked you, who was his toughest opponent? Lopez. Okay. Do you know Teofimo Lopez been ducking Devin Haney since birth? And you said that was his toughest opponent? Let me ask you a question, Dennis. Let me ask you a question. Yeah, he beat Lomachenko. Lomachenko had a busted shoulder. And he didn't run it back with Loma. So let's stop that. But let me ask you a question. What happened in the Edwin De Los Santos fight? See, this is why he don't want to pull up. He's not at work. He can type, but he's not at work. I'm telling you, he's not at work. What happened in the Edwin De Los Santos fight? What happened there? Main biker, salute. Dennis? Yeah, Dennis the Menace. What happened in the Edwin De Los Santos fight? What happened there? There was a couple of moving parts there. Come on, Dennis. I'm a very patient man as of late. Dennis just started watching boxing when Shakur, got a haircut. That's not what I asked you, Dennis. Okay. You said styles make fights. That's not what I asked you. I asked you what happened in that fight. Okay. Now I got to see. This is the part where I take the training wheels off. Dennis, how old are you? Family, remember, people have to qualify to talk boxing with you. Dennis Moore, how old are you? Yeah, I know you're at work. You got a job. Dennis, how old are you? This is how I have to start the conversation with a lot of people. D-Block, salute. This is how I have to start the conversation. Never seen Dennis before, but I'm about to prove my point about Shakur. And he swings in trying to play special teams defense. It's not going to work because I have facts here. Okay, you said this styles make fights for the third time. I asked you a direct question. Young man, how old are you? It's very important that you answer this question. Dennis Moore, how old are you? He says, that's what happened. Do you want to play chess? I don't know how you're playing chess by typing, because if you was really about that action, you would click a link, but you're at work. Tim Harmon, salute. You can't play chess with me. You don't even know how to play the damn game. So I'm going to ask you the same question. Because apparently you can't respond. See, this is the emotional part. This is what young kids do. This is why in culture right here. I asked him a very simple question. I said, how old are you? Has he answered the question? And there's a reason why I'm asking. Oh yeah, Lawrence, I know that, but he doesn't know that. You're over half a century. What does that mean? You type that, you can't type a number? I don't know what that means. You're over half a century. I don't know what that means. How old are you, young man? How old are you, young man? Rod, are you reading this? Look, I know there be women that they don't want, you don't ask a woman's age and they live by that. I don't subscribe to any of that. But women are real sensitive about their age. Men are not supposed to. Let's try this. Young man, I am 50. Let's try that. So I'm gonna ask you again. How old are you? Everybody in this chat is familiar with a homosexual boxing fan by the name of Mag7 or Fag7, whatever we call him. All right. This man has been arguing with BFTB and going to different channels in defense of Tank Davis. He's in his 30s, but when you talk to him, you find out that he just got into boxing watching Tank and Ryan. That was his first real he fell in love with Tank off that fight. And he thinks he's qualified to have a conversation about boxing. And he's not. So Dennis Moore, who's at work, I'm ask you again, how old are you? And Lawrence, I'm going to get back to that point. I'm over 50, so you're older than me. And you came in here. Well, wait, that don't mean it. How long you been watching boxing, Mr. Moore? Oh, I know, Abel. I saw that. Yeah, Siri, I know they're all scared. Whenever I say, hey, man, turn your camera on, come on, let's have a conversation. All of a sudden they're at work. They're watching their kids and their father's, cousins, sisters, brothers, uncles, roommate is standing over here. And, I can't get on. But you're typing, though. All right, so let's deal with the typing. You're over 50, so you're over my age. This is great. How long have you been watching boxing? And we're going to go back to your comment. And I'm going to prove to you that you're either a liar or you're what we call a D-blower. Nice guy, Brace. Salute. It's either or. Yeah, Abel, they can't seem to stay away from us. There goes Stormy right there. Salute, Stormy. And it gets more sad because when you have old men, listen carefully, family, old men who protect and justify what these kids do, that is a sad state of affairs. Now, Dennis Moore, how long have you been watching boxing? Watch him say since the 70s or something weird like that. Watch him. Go ahead. I've had all of this before. I've had men come in and say, I'm 64 years old. Remember that? Before the Canelo and Bud fight? If you lose, close your channel. For what? This is a boxing channel. If Bud loses, he loses. I'm going to talk about it. If Bud wins, I'm going to talk about it. Remember that? What happened to those guys after Bud whooped on Canelo? I didn't block them. They never came back. There was a kid named Figure Drawing. Remember him? Dennis Moore says forever. Dennis, I'm going to ask you a real question. Well, I've been asking you real questions. Well, can I ask y'all something? Do slow people know that they're slow? Is it a situation like, you ever been talking to somebody and be like, yo, this dude don't know, or this chick don't know her breath stink? That's impossible. Everybody smells it. How does this motherfucker not smell it? I'm gonna ask you a question, Dennis. I'm being serious. Are you slow? I'm being serious. Forever is not no, listen. Top of the show, I was told by Aaron Pryor and Sugar Ray Leonard. Once Steve L. Mack gave me the link to the article, 1980, I said, oh shit, I wasn't 10, I was 5. 1982, I was 7. So of course I'm not paying attention to all that stuff. I did want the fight though. I remember that. So Dennis Moore is over 50. I asked him how long he's been watching boxing. He says forever. Watch this. I was born in 1975. I've been watching boxing literally since like 79, 80, because you know why? There was a lot of fight parties, and I remember my uncles and my dad, they're always talking about boxing. That was my weekends. Wide World of Sports. I remember Top Rank was on one channel, and I think Top Rank was on ABC, and I think Don King was on NBC, and we had 2 TVs, and we was running back and forth to my grandma's room in the living room watching the fights. I grew up on the sport. I grew up in the gyms. The gyms was my babysitter. Never went pro. I sparred a bunch of rounds though. I told y'all the Mitch Green story. So I have a genuine love for the sport. And as I got older, I realized that the business it was a shit show. So I never I immersed myself into it, but I never got in it. Never got in it. So here I am years later on YouTube talking about it. And I understand it. Dennis, I don't know what's funny. You're new here, and I'm showing you a lot of courtesy. I offered you a link. You can't. You're at work. All right, fine. You're a Shakur fan. All right, cool. These guys need fans. But I asked you, the original question was, why is he ahead of Devin Haney on a pound-for-pound list? And Stormy, this is what he said. Hold on, let me go back. This is what he said. Undefeated champion, understanding distance, mastering the science, pistol-like jab, best defensive fighter since Mayweather retired. Then he says, the greats always get hated on. Shakur, the A-side chasing the bag. This is an over 50-year-old man talking like this. This is nothing but a Mag 7 statement. Let me dissect it. Undefeated champion, so was Devin. Understanding distance, so does Devin. Mastering the science, so does Devin. Pistol-like jab, a lot of people got great jabs. Best defensive fighter since Mayweather. Then I asked him, who was his opponents? Was he good defensively versus Tio? Because you said that was his biggest win, Dennis. And then I asked you, what happened with the De Los Santos fight? You said styles make fights. You know what I said after that fight? Dennis Moore, since you're new here, you know what I said? I said it was Edwin De Los Santos' job to stop Shakur from dancing around the ring. That's what I said. But you know what ESPN said, and you know what Tim Bradley said, and you know, they show people falling asleep, and even Andre Ward said, okay, well, you got to mix it up a little bit. They said, hey, man, that was a boring ass fight. I didn't say that. They said that. Now, you said the greats always get hated on. Stop right there. Devin is great. Now, Dennis Moore, are you sure you want to have this conversation with me? Because right now you're defending a liar. By the way, Dennis, is Shakur a liar? Answer that. Dill Spoolie, salute. Captain America in the building. And to Lawrence, Lawrence threw you an alley-oop, Dennis. Shakur, I think he said he did break his hand. I can't deny or confirm if that's true or not, because a hand injury is the most difficult to prove wrong in boxing. Dennis? So is he telling the truth? I don't know. But the more he's gone in his career, you see I'm calling him a liar now, right? So I would lean, I'd say 80-20, he was lying about a broken hand versus Edwin De Los Santos. Because if he was really about that action, prove it. Exactly, Siriat. A-side to what? A-side to who? Devin? Based off of what? Hey, Dennis, before Devin left 135, you do know he offered Shakur a fight. And Shakur said no. You do know that, right? There you go. There you go. I was waiting for this. He said Devin Haney all really got whooped by Ryan. He didn't get his lychee back, but got buckled a few times against little guys. This is how you know Dennis is. Wait a minute. Dennis, are you black? Dennis, are you black? This is why I'm asking, is he retarded? Do retards understand that they're retarded? Do retards understand it? Now, this is a guy that said he's been watching boxing all his life. To what degree? Because last I checked, Ryan Garcia is the one ducking Devin. Last I checked. Last I checked, Ryan Garcia is the one that got caught cheating. Last I checked. Last I checked, Ryan Garcia is the racist. Last I checked, Ryan Garcia could have fought Devin after the Rolly fight. And by the way, did Ryan run it back with Rolly after Rolly beat him? No, he didn't do that. Last I checked, Turkey Al-Sheikh said, hey, don't care if you lost. Run that rematch. Ryan said no. Last I checked. But you watching boxing though, right? No. You ain't here defending Shakur. You know what, Dennis? See, here comes the disrespect now. See, this right here, this wants disrespect. This comment right here wants disrespect. I think you're watching dick. That's what I think.
What are you, a homo?
I think so. Dennis, I think you're gay. Look, here you go. Look, casual comments. He says, I know he jumped in the ring on Devin. Devin ran out. These are casual comments. That is bullshit. But hang around. Hang around, Dennis. Is Shakur a liar? Summer Jam screen coming. Is Shakur a liar, Dennis? These are casual comments. He just started watching boxing like 2 years ago. You're Black American and you talking about Ryan Garcia? You're Black American and you're talking about Ryan Garcia in a positive light? Sorry, but not sorry. Your parents failed you and you're over 50. Retards don't know that they're retards. Retards don't know that they're retards. But Summer Jam screen.
We're sort of looking at now as you begin your run with Zuffa.
Here's the thing. Me and Devin is at 2 different weight classes, but I said publicly that I'll fight at 144, and I stand by that. So I don't care.
You heard what he just said? He'll fight her at 144. That's what he said, right?
If he's going to be 20, 25 pounds bigger, I am cool with it. I'm comfortable with it. And
what did he just say? Let's bring it back. What did he just say?
I don't care if he's going to be 20, 25 pounds bigger. I am cool with it. I'm comfortable with it, and I would go in there and still beat him. He was 20, 25 pounds bigger than Lomachenko, and to me,
No, he wasn't. But go ahead.
yeah, I felt like Lomachenko edged out the decision that night. So if he could fight,
No, he didn't. And let me tell you what this half a coon did. Let me tell you what this coon did. He jumped in the ring, started snake eyeing him. Right? He said he felt that Loma won. The next day, he changed his mind. But that same day, there was a pool party. He sends bottle service over to Devin, talking about sign a contract. Had me calling Bill saying, what contract? He said, we ain't getting no contract. But you know what? This half a coon got a contract before Devin left 135, and this half a coon said no. Where's the lie? Now he just said he doesn't care if Devin's 25 pounds heavier. He just said that. Hey, Dennis, he says Ryan whooped his ass. You notice Dennis never answered the question when I asked him, is Shakur a liar? And what he's trying to do right now is trigger everybody in the chat with this Ryan Garcia shit. It's been done. You are over 50 years old and you're riding the coattails of a Latin racist. And for what? For your unconditional love for some slat-eyed half a nigga who's a liar, who's openly ducking Devin Haney right now, who threw Ray Ford in the line of fire, and when Ray Ford got his ass beat, I haven't seen an interview with Ray Ford yet. Since the night O'Shaquie whooped his ass. Since O'Shaquie whooped his ass, and then Shakur got in the ring looking like he's like 180 pounds, and Shockey said, yo, let's run it. I didn't hear O'Shaquie say anything about, hey, you know, I'll run it, but it has to be at a catch weight. I didn't hear him say that. I didn't hear any of that. He said, run it. And you know what Shakur did? He ran away. So no Shockey Foster, no Devin Haney, no Tank Davis, no 69 boy, because you know him and Keyshawn, they're not brothers, they're lovers. 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 When I do that for a reason. Let it sink in. They're not brothers, they're lovers. Did they not say we slept in the bed head to toe? There's not a man in my chat right now. If y'all did that, y'all wouldn't admit it. Head to toe, that's a 69, boy. They're lovers. You know, like how Dillian White and Dean White? Oh, that's my brother. Your name is Lamar Scott. How did you get Dean White? Oh, they're married. They're gay. So Shakur and Keyshawn are lovers. 69 boys. Not my words. They said that. They're not brothers, they're lovers. That's why they ain't fighting. This is boxing. Was Keyshawn not Shakur's mandatory once upon a time? They didn't fight. What happened? Break bread with your brother. So when I tell you, yo, these guys be homosexuals, I'm not making it up. These guys are gay. Shakur's gay. Keyshawn gay. Keyshawn's gay. Shakur's gay. And both of them are cowards. We should be at purse bid today, right? Why we got to go all the way to purse bid? For what? If Devin's this mark, fight him. There's a whole list. The realest nigga on that list was Brian Norman Jr. He's the real one. That's why I don't tolerate no Brian Norman Jr. disrespect on my channel. I'm not going to let you get away with it. So these guys are not brothers, they're lovers. And you got 50-year-old men who have a man crush on these little boys.
Man crush.
So a guy like Dennis Moore, he sees Shakur on my meme, and here he comes swinging in from nut follicles, trying to play special teams prevent for this kid, and I'm about to kill him with his own words. See how that works? So the Ryan Garcia thing, it's been done. That's over. You're an old black nigga. You like Ryan too? Holy smokes. Brother Lamar, salute. Holy smokes. So family, you see, when I make reference to the homosexual stuff, I'm not kidding. Dennis Moore looked at Shakur and said, oh, the slant eyes. Look at those abs, slant eyes. Oh, that's how I like them nice and young. You want to snuff his wife and get into bed with him. I see guys like this all the time. Tank has fans like that, and now you seeing it right here. Shakur has fans like that. An old nigga who just likes how this nigga look. Okay, because you know Shakur's hair is not all the way nappy. He got that curly shit. That's the Boricua side, right? I get it. I know Devin Haney, his nose too wide. He's too close to African features. His nose too big. I get it. 69 guards. Who says they slept in the bed head to toe? Who says, oh, I talk to him every day? Listen, I still talk to niggas I grew up with since I was 8 years old. We don't talk every day. We talk during the week, but every day? Nigga, What? Didn't 69 Boys in the 90s have a song called Who All In Your Face? Hey, who all in your face? That's these niggas. Yo, listen. I bet you these niggas could tell each other how their dick look. That's gay. Dennis Moore, you're gay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Come out. It's okay. That's what this is about. This is nothing about boxing. You think this dude is cute. There's no way a man that's over 50 years old. There's no way a man that's over 50 years old is saying what you're saying here. And I know you're triggered. But where's the lie? Everybody looked at this situation with Keyshawn and said, this shit is not normal. What you mean you slept in the same bed? What is that? Huh? What?
What?
Ratchet, what up? What you mean? Now I asked you, Dennis. Is Shakur a liar? Dennis, you still typing. You talking about Jay Prince. Jay Prince is single-handedly fucking this kid's career up. You know who else he had? He had a heavyweight by the name of Jared Anderson. How'd that work out? And while you think about that, let me read my brother Skywalk in that super chat salute. He says, what's up, Drew? I watch more old school boxing because of all the shenanigans and ducking. More excuses on not to fight as opposed to as reasons to fight. Exactly. But this is the culture now, and it's odd when see, first of all, I don't believe Dennis is that old. And if you are that old, that's a sad state of affairs that you're thumb sucking these kids instead of being an adult and saying, hey man, no. You kids need to mix it up because we didn't do this in the 80s. We didn't do this in the 90s. You kids need to mix it up. Money's not the excuse now. What's the excuse? Now, what he's doing here is he's saying the excuse is weight, but I just played it for you. He just said he don't care if Devin comes in 25 pounds overweight. It's not overweight because Devin never missed weight. Shakur's missed weight, though. Shakur's missed weight. Ryan Garcia's missed weight. Keyshawn Davis has missed weight. Do I need to go on? But nigga Dennis comes in here and says, Jay Prince got two great fighters out there at Crawford Kennel. Wrong. Shakur hasn't done anything to say that he's great. Keyshawn hasn't done anything to say that he's great. He had Jared Broken Brain, Baby Anderson, walk into the ring in pimp outfits and jail outfits. And what do we have to show for it? I'm looking for the next best American heavyweight, and this nigga's getting on high-speed chases with the police, crying in the gym in front of Roy Jones. I'm 23. He almost got fucked up by Prince Charles Martin, right? And then after the fight, he's hugging his mother as if he lost. And I see a dog walking around in the locker room with a coat on. I'm like, what's up with McGruff the crime dog, right? What's that? Oh, no, he has a comfort animal. A comfort animal? Oh, that nigga crazy. Holy smokes. And where's Jared Anderson now? Big baby. Big baby indeed. Yeah, all cans. Salvador Sanchez was the fifth person I'm talking about. Alexis Arguello was a phenomenal fighter. He just ran into Aaron Pryor, who could take a punch. But salute to Alexis and salute to Salvador Sanchez. He's not spoken about enough. Shout out to my black Mexican. Salvador had an afro. That's my guy. Yeah, Dennis Moore. And I like how you say the Crawford Kennel. What are in kennels, ladies and gentlemen? Dogs. Dogs. Shakur hasn't done anything to be a Hall of Fame fighter. and Keyshawn has done less. And watch how that relationship ends. This breakup is going to be bad as hell. It's going to be bad as hell. It's going to be bad. Dennis, do you read your own comments? You said, I don't know what he is, but I know Shakur can box his ass off. Prove it. He was supposed to fight Keyshawn, didn't do it. He's supposed to fight Shockey Foster, didn't do it. He's supposed to fight Devin, refuses to do it. And I'm playing for you the excuses. Supposed to fight Tank Davis. I don't know what's going on there. Both of them are full of shit. Ran into Ryan Garcia and started salivating. But the first thing he said to him was, you're not that big. He's always worried about size for two reasons. He wants to make sure he has a size advantage over his opponent, and he wants to make sure that his ass stretches out appropriately when they insert it. Dennis, why didn't he fight Devin at 135, Dennis? Since you watch boxing, Dragon Fang, salute. Why didn't he fight him at 135? It's an open book exam. I'm going to go back and play for you what he said.
5 pounds bigger. I am cool with it. I'm comfortable with it, and I would go in there and still beat him. He was 25 pounds bigger than Lomachenko, and to me, I felt like Lomachenko edged out the decision that night. So if he could fight him and beat him, I feel like I could beat him too.
Okay, interesting.
That's what he said, right?
Does the idea, though, of a 5th title in as many weight classes at welterweight, is that something that does motivate you in the near future?
Yeah, I probably will fight welterweight before my career is over, but that will be my last weight class. I will not be going to 154. If I do, I will go to 154 and fight a bum, but...
Is that why you was open to fighting Conor Ben at 54? And then you changed your mind? Hey, Dennis, Nathaniel, salute. Hey, Dennis, is Shakur a liar? Clip's not even done yet. Is Shakur a liar?
For sure, I will not be going to 54. I'm a smaller guy, and I'm naturally a 35-pounder.
That's what he said, right? He's naturally a 35-pounder.
I still could make 135 pretty easy, so nah.
All right, speaking of 135.
Champ, you're on the same side of the street, Dad.
This is what Shakur said. You're not even that big. Who's that standing next to him?
I don't get that big.
They said
Listen carefully.
up there that Haney said he's staying at 135. That's got to be music to your ears, I guess, right?
Tell him, come on. If that's what he want to do, I mean, I don't know why would he watch that and say that. I never seen Devin Haney really even hurt anybody before. He ain't really got the punching power.
He ain't really got the punching power. Tell him to come on. This is him at 35 with his old teeth because he fixed the gap. With his old teeth. With a snack fitted. A snack fitted. Remember when snack was bad and Victor Conti? Remember that? Remember that? Okay.
So if he watched that, he could tell that I could punch. I don't know what would make him say, let's do it. Maybe he's just a competitor. Maybe I just got to respect.
You do think
Is that
he's
where
going
you
to win, though? Sorry.
You notice Dennis got quiet when I asked him if Shakur's a liar? Yeah. He got real quiet. I asked you, Dennis, is this kid a liar? Yes or no? You can't answer. You're saying everything but that. He says when you're the top dog, everybody wants you. Shakur's not the top dog. Devin is the top dog. Devin got deeper pockets. He got a better resume. And these motherfuckers are saying his name, but they're not fighting him. They're not fighting him. So now this is when they asked him about Devin in 35. He said, tell him to come on. So I'm going to ask you again, Dennis. 2-part question. Is Shakur a liar? Number one. And number two, why didn't he fight Shakur why didn't Shakur fight Devin for undisputed at 135? Let's see what Dennis says.
Yeah, he's gonna...
Dennis can't say anything, but let's see what he says, though. He's going to try and move the goalpost somewhere. This is why he ain't click no link. This nigga's not at work. He ain't got no job. See, you thought you were going to come in here and just throw rocks, whatever. but this is an educated boxing channel. And if you haven't figured out already, I'm really like outside. I really talk to these kids. You might have watched an interview, and it might have been my camera in Shakur's face. Dennis. Yeah. And now, what are your thumbs fat? What are you saying? That's what makes Haney sorry. Heel weight bully. Heel weight bully. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down when you type. I know you lack education and you're not answering any questions. All right. So if you're older than me, it's getting worse. If you're older than me, like you say you are, this is getting really bad for you. Where do you think you are? This is the strong house. Slow down when you type to me so I can understand you. Now you're saying Haney's a weight bully. You never answered my question. I asked you if Shakur's a liar. And then I asked you, why didn't he fight Devin at 135 for all the marbles? And then you're talking about a weight bully. Meanwhile, let me ask you another question. How many times has Devin missed weight? And then tell me how many times Shakur missed weight. Let me proceed. In this clip, he's telling us, exactly, Mr. Shelton, nothing like an old fool. I don't think he's an old fool. I think he's really a YN. That's what he is. He's a YN. And I don't even like using that term. I like using YK, young kings. I like to talk these young kids up. I want them to be better. But how can they be better when they look at niggas my age and they're talking like this? Now he's saying heel weight bully. Heel weight bully. How many times Shakur missed weight, y'all? In this right here, Dennis, why didn't he fight Shakur? I mean, why didn't Shakur fight Devin for undisputed before Devin left 135?
Smoke Lomachenko, but he gonna be drained.
You heard that? He's gonna be drained. He said it.
Coming back to fight me, and that's gonna be ugly.
That's what you want next, right?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Do you think
You actually want next, right? He said, yeah, for sure. Let's do it. That's what he said.
That would be the legacy building fight, the career defining fight, the matchup that you need to establish yourself as a great fighter?
I think it's gonna be easy work. I think I'm gonna smoke him. I think I'm gonna shock everybody by smoking him, making it a real easy fight. Everybody gonna be like, damn.
He's talking about Devin. I think I'm gonna shock everybody. I think I'm gonna smoke him. He's gonna be drained. That's what he just said. With a snack hat on. That's what he just said. With a snack hat on.
You is who you say you is.
Hey guys, you mean Haney, right? That's
Yeah,
you
sure.
mean
That's what I'm
Haney.
talking about.
Yeah.
I don't want him to hit me like that. He's too big. He's 159. I want him drained. 144. He's gonna be drained. I don't like to lose.
He come down for you.
If he come down, then let's make it happen.
What did he just say? If he come down, let's just make it happen. That's what he just said. And what did Devin do? He said, okay, let's fight at 144. Now pay attention to what's being said here.
Well, why you say you can fight at 147? You want to go up and see it?
I just told you if I fight at 147, what come with it?
Oh, so any fight at 147, there's a rehydration clause.
Any fight at 147.
Okay. So y'all hear that? Don't call this man phone.
What?
To fight at 147.
But we can fight at a catch weight.
Oh my God. His words, not mine.
44 with no rehydration?
If any 47-pounder fight me at 144, I'm down. Let's do it.
With no rehydration?
No rehydration.
I'm ready.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Let's do it.
With no rehydration?
No rehydration. Let's do it.
With no rehydration?
No rehydration.
Rehydration?
No rehydration.
With no 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 rehydration.
No rehydration.
I'm ready.
Oh. Hey, Dennis, is Shakur a liar? Hey, Dennis, is Shakur a liar? Aaron, salute. Beezy, what up? Brother Lamar. Hey, Dennis, everyone in the chat, ask him. Say, Dennis, is Shakur a liar? Everyone ask him. Yes or no? Is Shakur a liar? These are his words. I'm not out here talking about, oh, well, he said this and, is Shakur a liar? Dennis, the more you type, the more I understand you're not who you say you are. If you are over 50, you're sad. You got babies, you got grandbabies. They got this to look towards you. You sound, when I'm reading what you're typing, you sound like a woman. You're just arguing to argue. When one door gets shut, you try and open up another one. I'm sure you're familiar with Kevin Sam. You know, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You can't shame anybody. You can't shame Devin. He fought a racist cheater. And when he wants to run that smoke and get that lick back, the cheater and the racist is running and he's getting supported by white privilege and a bunch of lost niggas like yourself. Black American, right? So you lost that. Insults, you tried that. That don't work. Guilt, you trying that. That's not working. The need to be right. You saying that's why he lost to Lomachenko? No, he beat Lomachenko. Devin went home and partied. You know what happened to Loma after that fight? He cried in the locker room. That's the truth. He cried. We all saw it. He cried. And he went to the hospital with a broken rib. Dennis, so you're crying in the locker room. You went to the hospital because you had a broken rib. Devin defends undisputed at 135. But when your man Shakur stepped to Loma, Loma said, fuck that, let's go outside now, nigga. Let's go outside now, nigga. Let's go outside, we fight right now, nigga. That's what he said to him. You know what Shakur said? In the ring, in the ring. No payday. No payday. That's what happened to Shakur and Lomachenko. That's what happened. Prove me wrong. That's what happened. That's what happened. In the ring. Loma said, let's go outside. Parking lot right now. I'll fuck you up. Shakur said, in the ring. Jay Prince just sat there with his perfectly fitted afro and his shades on, didn't say a fucking word. That's what happened. No fight. Because if Loma calls out Shakur right now, you know Loma's going to be the A side. Blonde hair, blue eyed means you the A side. Uh-oh. Yeah, I said it. So Dennis, another question. You're not answering questions. You're like a woman. I answer your question. I prove you to be wrong. You take it somewhere else. You can't shame me. You can't insult me. You can't. I know you have this need to be right. It's not working because you're not answering any questions. I asked you the simplest one. The title of the show this morning: Shakur, liar, or liar. I just asked you, is Shakur a liar? I just played you a whole clip of his words. You haven't answered the question. What do? You start talking about Loma. Loma got his rib broke. And this is how I know you're a homosexual. You're out here, a grown-ass man, y'all, who claims he's over 50 years old, out here defending anything that Whacked Squad does. Congratulations. You are gay.
Why are you gay? No, you can't deny. You are gay. And you got gay friends who are telling everyone how you became the gayest of all of them. Shame. He's gay.
Gay, gay. Gay.
That means you're gay.
But I kind of think you're gay.
I called you gay, by the way.
What are you, a fag? Cause bitch, you a fag.
You are bags.
Homosexual.
This man claims to be over 50 years old. You're gay. You're gay. When you have a 50-year-old man justifying this little YN, all right? He says he's great. Meanwhile, he has all these options. Let me ask y'all a question. What the hell is Shakur doing next? It's not Devin. It's not Oshaki. It's not Loma. It's not Ryan. It's not Connor Ben. What's he doing next? Dennis the Menace. Welcome to my channel. You are a monkey.
Hey, mister, wanna buy a monkey?
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on!
Faggot shit.
Better than that!
Would you like to buy a monkey?
Monkey!
You know what's magnificent? He says most pro fighters said Luma won. That's what he said. Luma. I don't know who Luma is. Fat thumbs. But every pro fighter said that Shakur is boring. Especially after the Edmund De Los Santos fight. They said, man, that kid boring. ESPN, Dennis, do you remember ESPN showing everyone walking out? And guess what? Shakur was at home. He was in Jersey when that happened. They showed people leaving. It was like round 7. They showed people leaving. Tim Bradley falling asleep. Yeah. Their words. It wasn't even mine. Those were the pros saying that. Those are the pros saying that. Those are the pros saying that. So you pick and choose what you listen to? Yup. And yeah. You think I'm supposed to be listening to because you know fighters can be fans too. They're not right all the time. In fact, when they called Shakur boring, I said that was messed up. They shouldn't be saying that to him. When Shakur got in there and fought a stupid fight versus William Zepeda, you know what I said in my post-fight, Dennis? I said, you got that out your system, young man? Good. Don't ever fight like that again. Always fight your fight. I don't care if it's boring. This is your life. All I ever want all of these kids to do is fight the contemporaries. That's where my argument goes. I don't talk about who's boring, who's not. You never heard me have that conversation. I don't talk about weight bullying or nothing like that. If they sign a fight, they sign a fight. I just want a clean fight. That's Shakur with this weight nonsense. So you have another grown-ass man in his 50s, over 50s, that want to, you know, suck the cock of a young man. I mean, you dudes is freaks, man. You dudes is freaks. You dudes are freaks. You are sexually attracted to these boys. Y'all remember Victor? His unconditional love for Tank? That dude's in his 60s. Speaking of which, is y'all cool? Y'all done, reading Dennis's bullshit? Dennis, you have anything else productive to add to this conversation? No. I figured as much. Everybody with a wrench, bash this dude. I'm done with Dennis.
You can talk your brain now, motherfucker. Rolls out, he's a nigger. He's a nigger. He's a nigger.
Oh my God.
A nigger, Lucas, a nigger.
And that's where they lay.
Good night.
Bash his skull. We're done. We're done with Victor, y'all. Bash his skull. We're done with Victor. Victor's a victim. Victor is a victim. Get him out of here. He just wants a sick duck. And at this point, now that he's dead on YouTube, go to Rumble, y'all. We're done. We're done here. We're done on YouTube. Let's go to Rumble. We can get a little funky with it. Rumble. Click the link on the bottom. Yeah, Dennis, you show up to Rumble too, you're going to get blocked there too. So it's all good. So, come on, Dennis. You're an old man. I mean, what's going on here? Code of the Ape. Go to Rumble, y'all.